Okay, let's go. Elks 101. Normally dropping Mondays, doing a Friday edition today because, of course, we had the post game last Monday. Eddie, Declan, Rick, and Pat here with you. Eddie, first of all, looking fucking jacked as shit right now. Just came from 8 a.m. CrossFit or something.
No. Yeah, what I did is I was hitting the push-ups before I came in the studio.
Oh, yeah. That was just
psych.
Right before we get on
this
camera.
Is just how I am. Man, walk around like this.
It looks like like volleyball class or something after this. Like, oh man, Elks Lions this week. Actually, first of all, before we get into that, I got a Firefest of the week. I know we did that on the first episode. I got a crazy Firefest of the week. So lost my AirPods. Thought I lost my AirPods. It just fucking killed me because I have to I'm the kind of guy if I go for a run or something. I've been at the gym before, been on the treadmill. Can't find my AirPods. I'm just like, fuck this and go leave.
Really? You'll leave because of it, eh?
I've been on the treadmill.
I'll go raw, dog.
Dude, I know.
You got to raw it out, man.
I have a friend who's he's like a distance runner. He'll regularly do half marathons minimum. And he was telling me one time he forgot his headphones and he ran 26K or something. And I was like, bro, what were you dude, and I was like, how did you get through that? And he was like, bro, it's just the thoughts in my head. But I've literally been on the treadmill, ready to go, hyped as shit, just watched an Olympic marathon video.
All stretched up and good to go.
Yeah, 10 minutes of been there, no AirPods. And I'm like, fuck this, get off and go home. I can't do it. So anyway, I lost my AirPods, thought I lost my AirPods, went and bought another pair. Obviously, it's my fourth pair of AirPods, by the way. Of course. Fucking hell. But anyway, go buy a new pair of AirPods. The next day, find the old ones under the car seat. And here's the thing. I'd already worn them once. So I don't think I can return them.
Yeah, probably not.
And now I'm just with two pairs of AirPods.
Two sets.
And I'm going to just sell them on Facebook Marketplace or something and take a huge
Your girl's got a set already?
Yeah. So it's just...
Yeah, re-gift them at Christmas or something.
Yeah, maybe
re-gift the old ones.
Yeah. Dude, that's also... I saw this tweet once. It was what the inside of my AirPods case looked like is between me and God. Mine is it's the filthiest fucking thing ever.
Bro, that's funny you say that. Mine's pretty nasty too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Pat, Rick, how you guys doing? Along for the journey, along for the ride.
I'm feeling good today. I actually came back from the gym too. I got to get up and get that early morning workout out of the way. It's the best way to start your day, though. I know Eddie's on camera here, right? So he's got to be looking good right now. We're live on Twitch, I think. So you got to look good for the audience. But at my age, you got to keep the body moving. So you got to keep going.
You don't move it, you lose it, huh, brother?
What about you, Pat? Were you pumping this morning in the 1,000-pound club?
No, I wish. I have actually been slacking on the gym in the summer. I'm much more of a golfer, so I don't have quite as much time to get in the gym. So now I feel bad. I'm slacking.
We've been playing at Pat?
I'm a member out in the Fort.
Ooh, you're
it's only 9
just
holes.
At the Muni there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I love it. So it's nice and close to home, which is the best part.
Golf cart guy?
Golf cart?
Yeah.
I'm a walker.
You're a walker.
Yeah, okay. Well, I used to be a cart guy just because
if he's skipping the gym, he's walking.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Cardio.
Plus nowadays, $40 for a cart for 18 holes. I'm just gonna walk.
Yeah.
Well, all right. What kind of numbers are you hitting in a 9?
I'm an 8 handicap, so usually between 78 and 82.
Good for you, man.
What do you shoot?
85, 90.
Rick, what about you?
I'm looking at mid 80s usually.
Yeah, you guys fucking. I'm triple digits, bro. The worst golfer ever.
And I'm coming too. The game is coming. It's shaping up.
The more you play, the better you get, though.
Totally.
I've been out at golf courses with my friends and stuff, borrowing their clubs and just shanking shots and throwing their clubs. I had to have a friend say, I had to have a friend say to me once, he was like, "Listen, man, those aren't yours." He talked to me like I was 5 years old. I was like, yeah,
hey, speaking of golf, you guys see the beatdown this week on the course?
That was so good.
First of all,
bang.
I don't know if I've ever seen a drunk guy. Actually, so
his buddy.
Was Nick the one who was trying to play through and they wouldn't let him, or was it the other way around?
So yeah, I think the drunk guys were just acting a fool, taking forever.
Okay,
Nick was trying to play through.
I get that. I totally get that. If Nick's you guys are obviously fucked and trying to play through, but I do I think it's worse that way than if they let us play through you.
Oh, for sure.
For Nick to be oh, bet you're not letting me play through, and then just start throwing.
It sounded like they were on the tee box for 20, 25 minutes, and they couldn't get it. So you're sitting there for 20, 25 minutes watching these guys fuck around and be loaded and shit, I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah. Also, dude, that guy's motor skills were like 4 or 5 steps behind the average human at best. He was, dude, watching him
caught
fall,
the fade.
he did catch the fade. Also, like, hey man, maybe don't pick a fight with former NHL enforcer.
My pride would be so hurt after I got thrown in the water the first time.
Yeah, you're not going back for more.
I know I'd be embarrassed, man.
100
Straight up.
bro. There's nothing like I've never been in like a true street fight. I hope to never be in one. But like it's like I was obviously a boxer, right? So like losing boxing matches, that's very like primal. Like I sit there and I'm like, fuck, like this, like he's just this guy beat me. You know what I mean? Like it's such a brutal feeling. Just like and dude, in that situation on the golf, like if shit goes sideways, like you're helpless. Yeah. What are you gonna do? But obviously some guy's not gonna fucking kill you, but it's still like it's just gotta be the worst. Like you gotta like how do you like did you ever see that video on Twitter of that guy after he gets his ass whooped in the car? He's like brushing his hair, checking himself up and stuff. Like how are you supposed to react to that?
Honestly, it's so different in ball too. You talk about boxing, but in ball, everybody's gonna get got.
Oh, for sure.
That's just the reality of it. You play long enough, you're gonna get got. You're gonna get smoked. Like I've been earholed. Snot hits, man. You know where you get hit. Yep. All of a sudden, you're looking up and the snot hanging out. You don't know where you're at, man. Everybody's gonna get it once. The key is trying to minimize those.
Getting back up again.
Yeah, you got to get it back up. Yeah.
It's always funny because Ocho Cinco tells that one story where he gets popped by Ray Lewis in the end zone. He's like, "Yeah, I tried to hit him without him looking, and he saw me the last second, just laid Ocho out." It's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Did you ever get pancaked real bad?
Yeah.
Who was the worst?
It's the worst. Yeah, as a D lineman, right? You're trying to go forward.
Yeah.
So a pancake means you're holding up, getting backwards, man. Sometimes it's bad technique. Sometimes you just get tripped up. Yep. And like you just got to go with it. You know what's happening to, and you can't fight it. You just go, oh damn, he's got me. It's okay when it's a double team. You know, you try not to fall back
because then it's almost like these guys are double. Exactly. Like they're worried about.
And what you do, man, is you just grab them and you just bring them both to hell with you. You know, you coming down with me, big fellas. But yeah, I've been pancake for sure, man.
I remember one of the first questions I asked you when you were in studio with Craig was who cracked you the hardest, and I guess you wouldn't have gotten cracked playing interior too much, but I remember you said I think like Nick Lewis, Arlen Bruce, maybe.
No. Actually, I wouldn't have gotten cracked much coming with a slot back coming down the line because I wasn't exposed like that. Sometimes in a 30, I would be when they'd have me move outside, but with the trap play, that's how they get D tackles. So both O linemen go both opposite ways. You're just free. You're like, oh, I'm going to make a free tackle. And then all of a sudden, boom, you just get blindsided. And sometimes if it's a fullback, they'll go low on you. And they'll take the knees out, which is legal.
Yeah, like Chris Darker, I think used to do that a lot. Like
look at you, right?
He was. Yeah, I know, right? Only fullback. I can do it. Shit. Speaking of the Elks playing BC this weekend, look around. I think this BC team very beatable. I know they just beat Montreal. I don't know where you come out on this BC team. I don't think they're very good. Nathan Rourke, great quarterback, but outside of him, like McKinnis, great receiver. But I don't know, like nothing about this BC Lions overall to me is too inspiring.
Yeah, this will be a good test, honestly, for both clubs, man. Because I kind of agree with you. I don't think BC's world beaters. Nathan Rourke obviously makes a huge difference. Just the talent.
Yeah, Jeremiah Mazzoli.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
I'm not going to say it's the end of the road, but we all have a shelf life.
I was looking at some stats for ahead of this one. BC. They have the number one average net offense in the league, 388.2 yards per game, and the lowest scoring average at 20.8. And so naturally with that comes the most turnovers. And I think the turnover margin for them, they have 15 turnovers between loss of downs and actual defensive
turnover
takeaways.
Margin, what their plus is?
Yeah, I do. They are worst in the league at -9. There are only 3 teams who have a negative turnover differential. The Elks are obviously one with only the one takeaway on that punt fumble, and then Toronto is the other one because Nick Arbuckle just the Elks giveaways. They have. Let me take a look here. Offensively, they have 4. They have 4 giveaways, which isn't bad. But here's my thing: like we look at obviously. This is the other one. When we talk about Edmonton, this is what I wanted to loop it around to. Only team in the league with no forced fumbles and no interceptions.
Yeah, that's tough.
They obviously have the one in the buff there, but yeah, the only team there, the lowest another team has for interceptions, everyone's pretty close together, is Toronto with 3. Edmonton obviously doesn't have one yet. Now, Nathan Rourke doesn't really turn the ball over. Like, he's not going to put the ball in a lot of bad spots for his guys. But you just look at the pure numbers and you're thinking like, okay, BC is dominating the yards gained. They're not scoring the ball. The only reason for that could be missed field goals would be one, but turnovers is the other one.
Yep.
This defense sitting without a takeaway, and they've had opportunities to make plays. So I think this and it's so tough to win the game if you don't win the turnover battle.
Me too.
Yeah, so I think this is the game to finally get some takeaways.
Yeah. You talked about some of those defensive numbers for Edmonton in terms of not getting any turnovers and whatnot. Take it a step further, Deck, man. Like, how many? They're probably got to be last sacks in terms of sacks from the D line.
Oh,
I think they're last in sacks just flat out.
they are last in sacks.
Yeah, so clearly they're last in their D line as well. So they need to generate more pressure, and that will be one of the ways you can rattle Nathan Rourke's cage.
Yeah, 100%. Because like if your D line isn't getting any pressure on the quarterback, like it's easy.
Starts and ends there.
Oh
man.
yeah, for sure. Because receivers, like, it's got to be 3 seconds. It's got to be 3 seconds. Because if you're giving these wide receivers and this quarterback 5, 6, 7 seconds, like, they're for sure. That's why, like, sometimes you'll see those one-on-one drills and like in camps and stuff, and it's the caption's always, look at how bad this receiver burnt this DB, and it's like, well, he had 14 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I could get open on Darrell Revis in 14 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find.
I do.
So that's a big one. And I still like. I thought the Ottawa game was better in terms of penetration. I thought they were penetrating a little bit, but they still didn't get to the quarterback. And Drew Brown gets it out pretty quick, to be fair. But like, and again, it's not an easy task with a quarterback like Nathan Rourke. He's got a great touch on the ball. He goes through his reads really, really quickly. But it has to, like, because then all of a sudden it's 5 games and we're like, we can't just keep saying
the same thing.
Yeah, we can't just keep saying, oh, Nathan Rourke gets it out quick. Oh, Drew Brown gets it out quick.
And we wouldn't. Like, part of it is, we can be hard on it just for the sheer number. They're last in the league in terms of sacks. But take it a step further and go deep, and you really chew on this thing. Talk about the contracts, right? These are some of the highest earning D linemen in the league. So it magnifies, right?
We had Robbie Smith on the show. Great interview. Highest paid defensive player
in the league.
Doesn't
Jake Ceresna again.
Yeah.
One of the highest, the top 5 paid D tackles in the league. So there's 2 of the highest paid guys.
Like, all of them. They used to, like, Brinkman, Barlow, like, all these guys, huge price tags, and just nothing to show for it through 4 games. Yeah. So, like, it's tough not to be harsh. It's tough not to, like.
But it's not harsh. It's just kind of the reality.
It just, is what it is. Like, it's how it's been. But like, we talked about it. We talked about it on the show. Like, they know. Like, no one knows better than them.
They know.
Like, they're not listening to this being like, oh, fuck yeah, I should be doing it. Hey, thanks, guys. Like,
they're putting the pressure on it because I've been that guy. That's why I feel like we don't have to sit there and baby these guys. I've been there, and when you're a pro athlete, man, there's certain standard you have to play to, and you get a lot of wonderful perks in life and beautiful things, and doors open up. But along with that, you got to produce, man. And when you're making the money you're making in 6 months work, we're not making millions here, but you're making good money in 6 months. You can poo-poo on the CFL all you want. So you got to go out there and earn that damn money now.
100%. Here's another thing that I thought was interesting. I was looking at the defensive penalties. Edmonton's second least amount of defensive penalties.
That's good.
Which is great.
Clean.
And that's great, clean football. But the other side of the coin is, like, you're still giving up 34 a game or whatever the number is. So it's like, it's not that penalties are extending drives. It's just that teams are eating against extending drives. So that's another thing that you look at and you're like, it's great because you would expect with all the talent they have on the side of the ball that all that scoring and those yards against that will correct themselves. Like, not having to worry about penalties is huge. But you look at that and you think, like, okay, so it's not like it's a face mask. It's not DPI. Like, it's just they're just
executing on second down.
Exactly.
Yeah, maintaining.
Exactly. This is another one. These two have 2 of the 3 lowest time of possessions in the league. So I wonder like who's going to take advantage and really be able to hold onto the ball. And for me, like my first thought is Edmonton because I like their running game better.
Yes,
and I think they have more of a commitment to the run game. Like I think BC, they really like Nathan Rourke's obviously great, but I think they really try and I'm not gonna say they're overusing the quarterback. That doesn't make any sense. But they situations where Edmonton may try to run the ball to establish momentum or to try and open up the passing game or just try and extend drives. Like I find like in those situations, BC will be throwing the ball.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, especially with Buck Pierce as their OC.
Yeah.
You've seen that time and time again, even in Winnipeg with Zach Caleros as his quarterback. He ain't afraid to air that sucker out, man.
Yep.
Nor should he be. Nathan Rourke is capable.
James Butler actually has pretty decent numbers, but
he does.
Like, yeah. But he only like his carries throughout. I don't know what it's to, but it's like only 15 a game.
Yeah,
which
he's not getting a ton of looks.
Yeah, which isn't a lot.
That's kind of how it always is over there in BC. They're not known for a big run game.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to think
I'm trying to think who their last like great running back was.
Harris,
because I guess Harris when he was there, but now Harris is just
is Winnipeg guy. I know
yeah.
He came and did so much for that franchise.
I'm trying to think like who was there during the Dave Dickinson years.
They had there's a few that come to me. He's number 28. I forget his
best number for a running back.
Yeah.
Coldest number for a running back.
I forget his name. He was fast.
I'm gonna look at BC Lions
and
all
then
time.
Of course, date myself. I grew up watching Sean Milling.
Yeah,
he was a beast. I forget who it was.
Let me see if I can pull this one up here.
And they had Butler, who had a few 1,000-yard seasons the past decade.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Fuck this. It's too tough to look up, but that's fine. Bottom line, never been.
No, they're not.
Never been a big running team. Yeah. Like honestly, like back in the day, like when Casey was there, albeit just one season, like that was the running attack, just him being like Michael Vick-esque. Yeah, like I don't know. Here's another thing. Okay, so BC, I know they're coming off the win against Montreal. It's a big win. BC this game, their only game, this season above 22 points was that week 1 win against Edmonton. So they go because they have the lowest scoring margin in the league. So they have 31 against BC. They're 31 against Edmonton, sorry. And they have 20 the next week, and 14, then 18, then 21 against Montreal last week. So, like, I think if you're Edmonton, defense that's been scored on a lot, you're looking at this and saying, like, okay, this is the chance for us to correct ourselves. This is the chance for us to shut them down. But if you're BC, you're looking and you're like, okay, this is finally a team we can go and score against. You know what I mean? So it's going to be that kind of conflicting viewpoints, I guess, between them.
It will be. Yeah, man, I am so anxious to see how this defense plays this week. It's going to be a hell of a test. One thing I'm even more anxious, you fellas going down to the game?
I'll be
Patty P?
Yeah. In there, yeah.
Section B, ElksNation section.
No, we've changed it up now. We are now Section Y.
Oh,
so we're on the east side. We're getting some sun. And I think that puts us in between like the 10 and the 20.
Section Y. I'll be over there. I'll say hi to the boys.
Behind the visitors bench.
I'm curious to see the crowd.
To get that sun.
I'm excited to see the crowd.
I'm really excited to see the crowd. Here, I'm very glad you brought that up. The crowd against Ottawa was better than the home opener against Montreal. Thursday night, I guess plays into that. And some people who followed the league might have looked at that Montreal one as a scheduled loss, whereas they look at Winnipeg and they look at Ottawa and they're thinking like, okay, this is a game we can go and win. But this BC game, BC is going to draw better than Ottawa or Montreal. They're coming off a win at home. Forecast looks good, pretty sure. I expect the barn. And the other thing, the fans were there. We talked on the last episode. The pop they give when Edmonton was scoring, when they were winning at the end of the game, was huge. Like everyone who was there into it, they cared. Now you got a division rival who you're looking for vengeance against. You're coming off the win. It's going to be a team that travels better. You got to think this is going to be. Obviously, it's only been 3 games. Best.
I'm a salesman by trade as my main job, and man, I'm not out here trying to sell it. When I talk to people around town, you can feel People are close, and you use the word pop. People are close to popping, and just things are. It's exciting. You can feel that just a couple more seconds, the bandwagon will be jumping. You can feel it. I talked to so many people. The energy is building and building. You can keep winning and get a little momentum now.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting times for this club, man.
Because here's the thing. After this one, the next home game is until August. So if you win this one, like there's buzz and there's an anticipation for that Week 9 game against Hamilton. If you lose, it's like, short memory. It's like,
well, it's like here we are again.
Yeah, that's for sure. But it's just like, I don't know. I think if you lose, it's like the game is now like 3 weeks away, and people are kind of like,
you'll lose the buzz of the city.
Exactly.
All that energy building, it will be released for sure.
Are we throwing another must-win tag on this for the good of the buzz of the crowd?
Like honestly, even seasonally, you have to look at it. There's a big difference between 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
For sure.
There really is, especially with how the West is right now. Every game's a must-win. I'm not going to sit here and say like have to, but you're right, man. This is damn near must-win territory, solely to capture that feeling around town, and just if you can bottle that energy and keep it, heading back to your next. Oh boy!
And another reason I think that, maybe you disagree, but when you look at the West, like I think it's Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. I know Calgary's 3-1, and
we'll see tonight.
We'll talk. It's
a big one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game as well. But I think like Calgary, Edmonton, and BC are very much the same tier teams in the West. And so I look at this game and I'm like, this is a team with it, like right there with you. The records may not suggest it, even though BC has 2 wins, but they're right there with you. Like if you get this win, 1-1 in the series, and you'll obviously have a 2-game win streak. Momentum is in your favor. It feels like you're on the upswing. And the other thing, like you lose this one, go to 1-4. You got a bye week, which is great. And you got to go play Saskatchewan in Saskatchewan. Like that's a tough place to play against a really good team. I love Corey Mills as a coach. I think he's a great coach. Yeah, you could be looking down the barrel at 1-5, coming back home. Hamilton Week 9, 3 weeks off, 1-5, 2 losses in a row. Like it could be a real tough.
Let's not paint this picture.
I think I've predicted 2 wins in a row. I predicted they beat Winnipeg. I predicted they beat Ottawa. I think they beat BC. I think they show, like offensively, they haven't had a problem.
No,
they can
special teams. They haven't really had a problem.
Teams they haven't
except for that week 1 where again we talk about defense, how poor it was week 1. With those field goals, there was a lot of missed kicks in week 1 against BC as well. That changes the complexion of the game.
And that week 1 game against BC, I do think BC was a better team that game. I do think they were in control, even though they didn't really blow up the lead till late. But I didn't watch that game thinking BC is some juggernaut of a team. Like these guys are unbeatable. Like Edmonton, like I thought it was 2 teams on par. One team just happened to be like Coach Killen was on Jason Krueger's show, and he said, like, yeah, listen, they're coming to play in our barn now. It's not going to be 50,000 people hyped up after dog concerts. And yeah, like that's what it was. Like the crowd behind them, like BC was.
Even at that though, like, damn, fellas, you're in that game. It's 7-3 for you at half.
Yeah.
You were in that sucker. You came out flat. So forget the crowd, forget all that. Like you said it earlier, this is a get back game because you 100%. Were playing. That's with missed kicks as well.
Yep.
BC dropped a touchdown in that first half back in that game, but still, you were up 7-3.
Yep.
That was your game.
Yeah.
And you let it go.
And like I said, yeah, and just like it's exactly. It wasn't some juggernaut of like holy shit, here comes BC. It was just
hell no.
So that's why, yeah, like I look at this BC game,
and Nathan Rourke is human.
Oh,
he bleeds just like everybody else.
He was not good when he came back to the league at the end of last year.
VA was either.
Yeah, VA was thrown to the sidelines. VA, I don't know. VA's numbers don't jump off you. Don't jump off the page at you over in Calgary, but like I think he's
leading them well.
Yeah,
he's leading them well.
So I look at that Calgary team. Like I was shocked, man. I thought Calgary was going to be 4-14, 5-13. Maybe
they're overachieving. I'd say.
Like I look at roster wise, like I don't look at any position group that has a whole lot of talent. Like I like VA as a quarterback, former Oregon Duck. You're a former quarterback. Shout out you.
Yeah.
But he is again, like I think his numbers are like it's 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. So if you look at his box score, it's not jumping off the page at you, but I think he's playing great football.
Managing the offense pretty well.
Exactly, yeah. Rick, Pat, what do you guys feel the same way at the BC game. We're not throwing the must-win tag on it, but it's feeling like it a little bit.
You guys talk to people. You guys are out in the public and stuff. What's the vibe like when you talk to people? Is there a buzz?
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm a little nervous going in this one only because you do get the victory. Then now you're tied for, I guess, third or fourth place, whatever it is. You're not in the basement by yourself. If you don't win, now you're back in the basement by yourself, 2 wins back of the next team, and the team that you've lost to twice already. I think mentally for the team, that's something, but I also think that's something that the crowd will either jump on one way or the other, right? You win, cool, we're in it. This is if the crossover is available. There's all sorts of opportunities, but if you lose it, then everyone's going back to this is just what they have been for the last couple of years. You know, they got the one win, and that didn't really go anywhere. We're now 1-3. What are we supposed to do? Or 1-4. What are we supposed to do? It's just a return to what it has been the last couple of years. So I do think this is a big game in terms of getting fans back on the bandwagon and just getting the team back to a confidence level and in a place where they're still in striking distance for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I think just like walking around town and talking to my friends who are kind of casual Elks fans, they like to go and have fun and drink some beers. And, sometimes the football can be secondary. But when they're putting up points like they are and they're playing, it's so much more fun to watch this year than it has been in recent years. And I think that contributes to it as well. So, I think the win is important this week, but at the same time, I think a couple big plays will help. I know people that don't even watch the Elks have been talking about that on return and whatnot. So it's just having the
because they saw it on the ElksCentral podcast.
Yeah, it could have been, right? But just having moments like that can create new fans. So I think the win's big, especially like you said, with going off the road and the bye week and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think just putting together an entertaining game will be huge.
Another thing about if they lose this one, just speaking about like the casual fans, like I think people, maybe they check the standings and they see 1-4 immediately out. I think that even if they were to lose this one, obviously you got to see how the game plays. You got to see what the fashion is. But let's say they lose, and it's another kind of one of those ones similar to Winnipeg or Montreal, where it's high scoring, feels like they're in it. I think they're way better than a 1-4 team, but I think people might just look at it and be like, "Fuck this, same old, same old."
Yeah, that's what Pat was saying. Yeah, I feel you. As much as you think they're better than when you're 1-4.
Yeah, I get it.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
there are no moral victories in pro sports. Like you can try and pull some feel goods. We didn't get our ass kicked that bad. We're NFL. At the end of the day, an L's an L.
If we're a young team, then you can hang your hat on that, right? Like, guys are learning here, but this defense that we have they're massive players in this league, right? And they have a huge resume. They've gone out there and they've won before.
You to go to the high earners because when you're a high earner, like the microscope's on you, and it's not just the D line that we talked about, but the linebackers, they're balling right now. They'll put in Tyrell Ford.
Someone go make a pick somewhere.
Exactly. Someone go make a play.
When you're in the locker room and those guys with the highest price tag they aren't doing it.
Hell yeah, it's talked about.
Yeah, okay.
And then especially when it's a toxic locker room, you get young guys, snickering to each other. Man, we're making this much. We go playing this guy. You get 3 of us on the roster for what you're doing. Yeah,
that's something I'm flying around there making 9 tackles for pennies.
It's talked about, man. I've been in some toxic places. In like,
what point does it like just go from conversations between different guys? But like, what point does it become divisive in the locker room? It happens quick.
Yeah, it does. It definitely depends on how much losing goes on. The more losing, the worse it is. But yeah, absolutely, man. Guys will be talking about how they're not earning what they should, or playing is what they're earning, and they're just not making plays out there. Yeah. And like it turns into fights, man. Like I've seen guys fight over their money and contracts. Yeah, it's still out there. And guys, also when you're losing and you're not producing, you get a little bit sensitive and emotional too, right? So it's like you're all the talk and you're not producing. So you're walking on eggshells.
Is it like same way from the coach? It's like listen, we've talked about this. Like the depth chart is the depth chart because we've seen it. Like we know who the better players are. We know. Is there ever a feeling from the coach? He's like, let's just say, Like my strong side corner's the highest paid player on the defense, but he's been burned for 3 touchdowns already.
But yeah, you got to keep rolling him out.
Their coach has that as well.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. Okay.
And like, I've had some dick coaches that'll be like, man, we got to feel you more. You need to produce more. Like, you're making a lot of money, man. You're not, the output's not matching the input into your bank account.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Fuck, that's got to be.
And they'll say it to you. Like, honestly, now that I'm retired, after my almost decade of pro football, like, I don't miss it at all. I miss the locker room. I miss the fellas. Pro football and just pro sports in general. It's such a, but football specifically, because contracts aren't guaranteed like the other major sports, it's such high pressure, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And if you like just don't even step correct properly on film, like for 3 plays in a row, man, they'll take you out, they'll get someone in, and then that next day in practice after a game, there'll be like 3 dudes in the locker room trying out for your position.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it's like, constant tryouts.
It's nonstop tryouts, man. The minute you sign a contract, the team is scouting and looking to go younger and cheaper. Yeah. The minute you sign, they're looking to replace you. And that's real, man.
Like a position, like some of the positions are, you don't want to call anyone expendable, but like some of the positions are a dime a dozen.
They are a dime a dozen, like a running back.
Running backs the most
when it comes to CFL with the Americans, right? And trying half of the roster is American, half's Canadian, essentially. Yeah, you like pretty much every American position is expendable because there's just so many in the pool to choose from. So D lineman, receiver, DBs. Buddy, the amount that I've seen, it's a rotating door.
That you bring up a really good point there about the designated roster that maybe we should talk about. For anyone who doesn't know, you have to have 44 in your roster in the CFL. 21 have to be Canadians. 19 can be Americans, 1 global player, and then 3 quarterbacks that don't have a designation. Of your 21 Canadians, 1 can be a nationalized American, and a nationalized American is someone who's been in the CFL for 5 years or has been on their team for 3 years.
And those are fairly new. Those are as of the most recent CBA.
Yes. And the other thing is you have to have 8 Canadian starters as well. So you don't just have to have a set amount of Canadians on the roster. You actually have to have a set amount of Canadians on the field. And you make a really good point. And I'd never even thought about this. Like, those 19 Americans, like, bro, they got 150 D1
it's
schools.
A rotating door.
Like,
man.
they got, if you're not doing
rotating door, straight up. Like I said, I'm not making it up. When I've seen, you have a bad game, and the next day at practice, when you're there to watch film, you guys are up in the film room, and on the field, they're trying out 5 guys at your position. Yeah. Like literally the next day after a game.
Like I look at a guy like Kai Gray, like he was Western Rookie of the Year, like had 2 really good years in Edmonton, but all it takes is like not showing up for, essentially 1 season, or just not, maybe there's more that goes into it. And all of a sudden, got these,
just like that.
You got these. That's like, do the Canadian guys walk with a little bit more of a like,
no,
I can. Okay.
No. It's high pressure, everybody. Because man, they're all, like I said, they're looking to replace you, and they're looking to just be better always at the position. So if there's a opportunity that the team thinks that they can be better, man, you are worthless to them.
Do you know what the average career length is in the
3.5 years? NFL, CFL.
Okay, I thought NFL was
all
4,
pro football. All pro football, 3.5. One of the main reasons for that, injury rate.
Yeah,
right.
Huge.
It's like the injuries are such a real thing in football. In the NFL, why that number really comes into play is after you play 3 seasons with a club, they're responsible for your pension. In a lot of those clubs, they don't want to be paying the pension of just a special teamer or something. If you're not anybody of significance, man, you're out the door because they don't want to be responsible for that pension long term.
That's so brutal.
And then
and it's the league, right? It comes from the league.
Yeah. So it's quite something, man.
3.5 is crazy when you think about. That's the average, right? And you think about all the guys who have long careers, and all those long careers are only pulling it up to 3.5. That means how many guys are getting out of it before that 3.5?
Oh,
that's insane to think about.
Exactly it. Anybody, who's done like 5 through 10, you think that would pull that average up, but there's so many that don't even.
We're talking 1 gamers and such.
Yeah,
then.
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you had to guess, how many would you say play a year, like a year on the practice squad, year on special teams, and then
they're done. Over. The majority, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's
I think it's
hard, man.
Oh, for sure.
It's the majority. So, like when I reflect back and think, damn, I had 9.
I know.
That's
all decade.
Yeah.
Tough to do. Impressive. Yeah. Like when you look back, was there was it year 3, year 4? Like, did you ever feel safe? Did you ever feel like I'm here to be here?
Probably
here to
after like year 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's like I had been a starter. I was the youngest starter in the league in 2011.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Spent most of my first year on the practice roster in Hamilton after I got drafted. But then a couple of teams tried snatching me up. So when you're on the practice roster, you're a free agent. So teams can sign you. So if that team that you're has your rights, so it was the Ticats, if they want to let you go, you can go and sign with that team. But if you want to stay, they'll match you. Or if they want to keep you, they'll offer you a contract. And then you can choose, do I want to stay or do I want to go to the other team trying to pick me up? So Hamilton, it happened to me twice. Calgary initially tried to snatch me up off the practice roster. Hamilton, they activated me. So I was getting a couple of game checks. And then after 2 weeks, they put me back on the PR. After that practice where they put me on the PR, Toronto tried picking me up that day. And then Hamilton just activated me for the rest of the season. It was pretty cool. It's cool to feel wanted.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? By a few different clubs. And then Hamilton, they didn't want to let me go either. So then 2011, I was the youngest starter in the league at 21, man. So like I got in young. I was fortunate to get in young.
Obviously so young.
Stay relatively healthy. Like, I've had 3 knee surgeries. I didn't get out unscathed, tore my bicep, and I've gone through the ringer. But man, it's cool. Like you play a long time, but I tell people it's kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time, because the longer you play, you get out of the game and you're a rookie at life, but now you're an older rookie at life and you got to transition. It makes the transition for a lot of guys hard, man.
No kidding. Especially you obviously had the 9-year career, but you look at some of these guys and everyone who's played pro, it's been football their whole life. Like from Pop Warner to high
identity.
School. Yeah, 100%. And then you get to the pros and you can't cut it. And you there a year, like that has to be the most brutal transition.
Oh, man, I couldn't.
And just such an identity crisis.
Absolutely. Now what?
Some people are fortunate, they get to go back to their old high schools and coach or something, or their old colleges and coach or something, or be like a grad assistant. But not everyone has that.
Oh man, we all have a shelf life. There's only one Tom Brady who's ever played into his 40s.
He broke the mold.
It's not normal.
Can't do it.
We all have a shelf life. So I even see guys who I played with who are around my age, 38, 36, and they're still playing. I'm thinking, damn, my body couldn't take that. I wouldn't want to take that. I couldn't do 13, 14 years in the league. That's crazy to me.
You got out at where you wanted to get out? You think that was
I was at a good place. Yeah, I was at a good place. Had some good things lined up outside of ball too. Yeah, and so we talk about the career average number of 3.5 years. Here's a stat that a lot of people don't ever hear. 80% of football players either broke or divorced within their first year of retiring.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen it, man. 80%.
Well, because ESPN had that 30 for 30 way back when on athletes that go broke.
Mm-hmm.
And so much of it, big in basketball and football culture, so much of it is people who they come from nothing. And then they get these, CFL is, I guess, different than the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah,
but they get these, they hit the lottery overnight. And it's, they've never had anything.
They're financially illiterate. They have no education.
Know how to handle it.
Yes,
don't know
that's the biggest thing.
And it's just, it's so, and here's the other thing. I think a lot of players get really sour about this because they feel like they've, given it their all to this team, and they're out there grinding and working. And one day the team just says, we don't want you. Thanks for your service. And they're like, I've been relying on this. I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's just such a horrible spot.
Hey man, the game checks now. Yeah, I'm glad you went down this path. The game checks are real. It's big money, and you're getting it after every game. At least in football. I know other sports are different. Hockey, every couple of weeks, I think. Yeah. But in football, you go to the locker room the next day after a game and it's sitting there in your you either sign or it's sitting there in your locker. Well, nowadays they'll just e-transfer it right in.
Yeah.
But guys, man, they'll blow through their game checks through. So they'll live off a check per week, essentially. Yeah. We're talking thousands of bucks. Yeah. My best year ever, I went home with 12 game checks saved up out of 18.
It's got to feel good.
Because you got to pay your rent and your food and stuff, right? So you got to live, have fun. But I went home with 12, man. It was a nice stack of cash.
That's got to feel really good.
It was nice.
Would you rather, because you talked about the other leagues. I know the NHL does it on the per week basis. The NBA, you can either get it over 6 months, 2 weeks at a time, or 12 months at 2 weeks at a time. I don't know what the MLB's is, but would you rather have that just
For
because
sure.
you think it would help like
For
with
sure.
the financial
That's part of the
literacy?
pressure too. Actually, that's interesting that I didn't know the NBA could do that. You could stretch it because you got to know to save those checks for the off season because those checks stop coming.
Yeah.
You know, and you do get reliant on those. Those are cushy checks that you feel like it's a never ending well.
Well, like, man, I look at someone now, like, I think it's going to be a lot tougher for like top level athletes to go broke now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree or not.
Who was it that just signed for 71?
SGA,
Yeah, SGA.
And then he got top the next day. Booker got it. 2 days later,
Devin,
I think Booker got it. Like, he got it same thing, like
Devin
2 days
Booker.
later, man.
He got Shea got 4 years, 285 million.
Yeah.
71.25
Per-
AAV.
Yeah.
And Booker got 2 years, 145 million,
Yeah.
which is 72.5
Yeah.
AAV.
And they play 82 games in the league.
Well,
So-
they don't even play that. They play like 60.
Yeah,
Like, those
so
motherfuckers
he's
are
getting
resting.
a mil a game.
Yeah.
And then you do the math on that. He's maybe averaging 35 minutes max.
Yeah.
You can break that down. These guys are making like 50,000 per second there on the court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude,
It's crazy.
Like 50,000 per second they walk, like, are just
Like actually per second.
That's why I think like nowadays it's got to be so. Because I forget. I think it was maybe JJ Redick, Lakers head coach, who said it on a podcast. It might have been someone else, but he was like, players can't go broke anymore. Like these top end ones, at least. Like there's no way.
Yeah, it's hard to, especially because they all have companies or people managing the money and it's invested. So it's not like these guys are making the decision. Oh, I want to buy an apartment building.
Yeah, being around the league, like, do you feel like older players are sour about the money guys get now?
To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to see. You know, like. Yeah, it would be hard to see. The CFL hasn't changed drastically. When I came in, league minimum was 48.5.
Yeah.
Now it's 75.
75?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that's good. I'm happy for the players.
For
It's
sure.
not like guys are now just all making millions. I'd be a little bitter, I guess, but it's good. Everybody's eating. And at the end of the day, man, like it's just all about the timing in life. You know,
it really
can't
is.
control that.
Like, dude, I don't know. I always think about someone like Charles Barkley, who's like obviously never won, but he was like a legend. MVP of the league, should have had 2, should have won another one in 1990, but made $40 million for his career. And now you look at a guy like Luke Cornett, who couldn't hold his jaw. Who couldn't hold his jock. Who's anyone who doesn't know Luke Cornett, he's like backup center on the Celtics. He's getting, I think, 4 years, 42 million or something.
Yeah, some of the,
Like,
it's wild. The NBA is so different too because the roster size is so small.
Yeah.
Like, so what's the NBA salary cap even? Do you know?
They don't have a hard cap.
Okay.
They have a soft cap that's I think this year was set at 148 million. It's going up next year, but their cap is like it's soft, right?
NFL's low 2s, I believe.
Yeah.
CFL is 5.8 or something.
I think it's 6.1.
Has it gone up? Okay.
Wrong, but I think it's 6.1.
Whatever, 300K. Let's do it. 6.1 million. For a roster
for a full roster.
Yeah, 40 plus on a game.
And you got to like, I don't know, like the money's dispersed pretty well, would you say?
Yeah, it got a little out of whack there.
Yeah.
Probably, I'd say like 2016 through 19, where like a couple of quarterbacks, Bo Levi, Michael Riley, and BC, they were making like 7, 8, you know.
I remember, I thought like Anthony Calvillo at one point had like a huge percentage of the cap. I could be wrong.
I don't recall. I don't recall. But you like when you're giving your starting quarterback 700 to 800K, like out of a $6 million cap, that's a sixth of it almost.
Yeah.
Can't do much with the rest.
Don't you think quarterbacks should be on their own? Like, I've always thought because the CFL is such a quarterback driven league that you should take quarterbacks off the cap. Right? Spend what you want with quarterbacks because the better the quarterbacks in the league, the better the game is.
Yeah,
100%. Like you got to throw the ball. You got to get 10 yards on 2 tries, not 3. You need to get that. You need good quarterbacks. I've always said take the quarterbacks off the cap, have your own little quarterback cap, and then put everybody else on another one just so we can have the best quarterbacks because that's how this league is really at its best.
But what do you do for like a team that's community owned? Because if it's like a team with owners, the owners, you know, they can pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. But when it's like a team like Saskatchewan or Winnipeg,
what you do is
the league's not going to front that bill.
You hit us up and you continue to watch this, what we're doing right here, and we generate the momentum and more fans, more people, more money. That's
Get
what
that
we
gate
do.
up.
That's how we do it, baby. Get the gate up. That's where the money is.
Speaking of that, we should jump back to that. Do you have some keys to the game for this one?
Pressure.
I got a stat here. The percentage of teams that have the second highest percentage of teams that have 2-and-outs against are against BC. So their defense is actually getting people off the field. So I'm
not worried about this offense at all. Like this offense, they haven't made it. They haven't arrived. They're not a finished product, but they are the least of my concerns right now. They are so well rounded, and I do really trust Jordan Maximic. And Trey Ford is showing. Like can't be denied. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
The defense has not proved it to us. So that's where the concern level is.
100%. Like the numbers don't necessarily back it up, if you want to say that. But I think this is one of the better offenses in the league. Honestly, I really do. Like, I think Trey is so dynamic as a quarterback. Rank and Leak, they're thunder and lightning. I think there's talent across the receiving group. Like, I really like this offense. Here's another thing. Like, Mark Corte moving over to play center. He's done very well. He's done great as center. Yeah. And like Evans who's coming.
I think I saw they activated Beardo too. I don't know if he's playing.
They don't. So I haven't been down to practice.
They got him off of the 6th game, which is a good sign.
Which is huge.
I think he walked through yesterday's practice. I don't think he'll be ready for this week, but I would at that rate, I don't see why he wouldn't be ready for the week after.
Heavy hitter inside news, baby.
Yeah. The depth chart isn't out yet. I'm going to go down to Elks practice tomorrow, their final walkthrough, and hopefully talk to Coach Kill. Like, I'll see it in walkthrough, obviously, if he's on the field or not, but talk to him as well and just get a firmed up answer on that before the depth chart comes out. Because I've noticed, but I thought Evans and Corte have both played really well at there. Like, not a new position for Evans. He is a guard, but I thought he's played really well there. Yeah, man. Like, the keys to the game: defensively, pressure, getting to the quarterback. What more can we say?
Just make plays. The offense is fine. The defense has to go out and make plays. That's it. Whether that just be a tackle and not needing everyone else to get there with you, make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, make a knockdown, make a pick. Just make plays.
Turnover. Hey,
turnover would be crazy, right?
Yeah, turnover.
Just one takeaway. Because like offensively, this team can run with any defense in the league.
They can
any team in the league. But defensively, as it stands right now, they probably can't run with any offense. So if you're getting in a shootout, you trust your offense to be there. You trust your offense to be keeping it close, leading. But you probably right now don't trust your defense to be making those plays. So yeah, get into the quarterback. Let's get just one takeaway. First defensive takeaway of the season would be huge, nice. Especially against Nathan.
Yeah.
Unlike
at home.
Let's say he just throws like he's throwing strong side of the field.
Could you imagine a pick six? It's hard to even fathom.
I'm picturing it right now. Terrell jumps the route and he's gone. Ooh, strong side of the field down the sidelines. It would be too pretty. Pat, do you have a key to the game?
Just looking back at when we played them earlier this season, we were winning 7-3 going into halftime. But I think if we had a little more of a lead, it could kind of help with the momentum. And then the defense kind of fell apart in the back half of the game, 14 in the third and 14 in the fourth. So I think maybe it also, Fajardo got both the TDs. So I think the offense is rolling right now a little better, that if we can get a better jump to this game, I think it can maybe help spark the defense. So I think just keep playing the offense the way that they are will help the defense kind of get more into the game and not allow BC into the second half.
Bringing up Fajardo is fun. Let me ask you guys all this. Over under 2.5 series for Cody Fajardo.
I hope it's under.
I think it's going to be under. I understand that they had a plan and they wanted Cody in the game and they stuck. That's what Coach Killam said. We had a plan. We stuck to it. They handled it like pros. That was his exact quote.
Boldly stuck to it.
Bold for sure. Bold. I get that. But after that perfect passer rating, 15 of 17, it better be under.
Okay.
No disrespect, Cody. You're a hell of a quarterback. Could be my quarterback any day, but it better be.
Yeah, I think like it all depends on the game though. Like what if it's a game where Trey isn't perfect and maybe there is a need. Trey is only 2 of 7 and there is a need to shake it up.
Factor that into your official prediction on the over under 2.5 series.
Under.
All right. I like that. I think
Trey's going to go out and ball, man.
I think
he's making me eat my words, things that I said over the past couple of seasons. I love every minute. My words taste so good.
He's a good quarter. He's a good dynamic quarterback. I like him a lot, man. And he's a cool, he's a bubbly, smiley, happy dude. Loves football.
Good family guy too.
Oh man, for sure. I
respect it, man.
You can tell he just wants to
bought a house out here in Edmonton.
100%.
He does contract work, like construction. So he rent out his house and he does all that. So
he has half the team living in his house, doesn't he?
He does. He And he's financially wise too, because he's collecting some rent.
Yeah,
his team is paying his mortgage, not him.
Passive income,
my
baby.
guy.
Passive income. Here's another thing we should mention. Kamoko Toure is going to be suspended for this one for not inciting a non-football act against Montreal against their game their game last week. Yeah, for definitely rightfully so. 2 sacks on the season. He's a pretty good edge rusher. Gets off there quick and low. Yeah. So
they got what's his name, Junior Tuivasa, or what's his name?
Let me hold on. The
Hawaiian cat.
Yeah.
He's a disruptor. He missed the first couple games. He had a suspension, so he'll be playing this game too. D lineman.
They have their D line gets to the quarterback pretty well. Like they got guys. Their edge rushers can fly.
This cat, I forget his name, but he's had the last 3 seasons. He's had 7 sacks, 8 sacks. He produces.
Yeah, fuck. I'm looking like this team gets to the quarterback as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like Kamoko's not the only guy. He like Matthew Betts, who he flies over there. Yeah, Jonah Tavai, Thibaut Dubale, Christian. Like they got guys who can get to the quarterback at all levels. So, but it is like it's going to Kamoko starts on that team. Like I said, he's fast and low, so that's gonna be huge for the Elks. Do you have a hot seat of the week?
Ooh, Pat, Rick, you guys want to?
Honestly, I think you just put the entire defense on it still.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
They have to come out and win a game before you can start to look at them. I think individually, they're a unit. They're a team. They need to come out here and just handle Nathan Rourke and handle the BC offense and prove why they're actually here.
And part of the reason, Rick, why we say we have to look at them as a unit and not as individuals is because there ain't been an individual unit on that team that's played good. You can't single out the DBs for doing great. You can't single out the D line for getting sacks because as a whole, none of them are doing anything except for the linebackers. Niles Morgan, Nick Anderson.
It's just
you can say they're balling. You can say that.
It's because they have to.
Yeah.
Like they got to be the one. But Nick Anderson going to ball no matter what. Like, he's a great player.
Outside of them though, man, like front and back, secondary, they got to step up.
Yeah, it's so fucking boring, but I mean, the whole defense has to be the hot seat, right? Like that Ottawa team was coming into the seat. They were coming into that game averaging under 20 points a game. They hang them for 33. I know one of them's the punt return, but still, like that's 33 on the final scoreboard. That's just not good enough against that Ottawa team, even with a quarterback I like in Drew Brown. Pat, do you have one? You have one? I mean, are we going to go 4 for 4 with the whole defense in the hot seat?
Yeah, I really don't think I can add too much extra to that. It's just a matter of keeping points off the board and letting Trey do his thing.
Okay. All right. I mess with that. Now we talked about this a little bit earlier. One final segment here before we wrap things up. Do you guys have any power rankings for us or any rankings to throw at us?
Well, I do have a blind ranking we can do if you want.
There we fucking go.
Yeah,
there we fucking go. Let's do it.
Yeah. So for if anyone doesn't know, I'm basically going to give you 5 things. You can rank them between 1 and 5, but you can't go back. So you're kind of stuck.
Last week was
top 5 Sidney Sweeney Euphoria crying scenes.
What was it? The quarterbacks you threw out last week. That was trash.
I know you guys had the craziest list.
So I had Rick help me on the sidelines here come up with these, but we're going to go with Elks Hall of Famers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give you 5 names. You can start. You can place them wherever you want.
So like guys whose names are on the Ring of Honor there?
Yeah, exactly. So let's just go right into it.
One.
First name, Daryl Mookie Mitchell.
Oh, Mookie. Shit.
You want to lead?
I was going to put him at 3.
I'll go 5.
All right. So
I'm feeling like I fucked up.
Well, that's just it. You can't go back. Henry Gizmo Williams.
I love Gizmo, man. I loved Gizmo. Where are you putting him?
This is a good one. 3.
You're putting him at 3? I don't want to. I think.
I'll go Giz at 2. I'll go Giz at 2.
Really?
Yeah.
He was so electric. Because I was going to say 2 was high, but like I would put him above Mookie. But okay, I'll put Giz at 2 as well.
Got Mookie 5, Giz 2.
I got
just because who he is, like if
you're right.
So famous around town too. Like to this day, he's a legend around town.
You're right. I gotta say, I know who I'm saving the number 1 spot for. Fuck, actually. Okay, anyway. No, wait, hold on. Final answer. I'm putting I can't believe I put Mookie at 3. I'm gonna put Mookie at 3, Giz at 4.
All right. Tracy Ham.
Fuck, another. I gotta put him at 5 though. Because I got 2 names in mind for.
I'll put him at 4.
Leroy Blue.
I had him as a coach, Coach Blue.
Yeah. I got to put him at 2.
Yeah.
I only have 1 and 2 left.
Yeah. So I'll put Leroy at 3.
And now I tried to make this as difficult as I could for you. Ricky Ray.
All right, so he's my number 1.
Yeah, he'd be my number 1.
He's my number 1.
Which is,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it'd be Ricky or Warren.
I thought Warren was coming.
I thought Warren would.
I thought Warren was coming. That's why I was saying
Ricky, man. The thing about Ricky, which is like, of course, it sucks that he left out here. Yeah. But man, that cat won 2 Grey Cups here.
Oh yeah,
went to Toronto and won 2 over there too. Like that is very, very impressive.
Dude, I got a funny story about Ricky Ray because obviously I'm a Riders fan. I remember one day I was at Sylvan Lake with my friends and I was like 8 years old. And Ricky Ray was there with like his wife or his girlfriend. They were just chilling on the beach. And me and my friend were like, all right, we're going to go play pass in front of him. Dude, thinking he was scouting us. But anyway,
though, man.
So my friend, we're like standing directly in front of him. He was probably like thinking like these kids are like so transparent. But we're standing like right in front of him. My friend Jack, he's like, and Ricky Ray drops back to pass. And he throws and he like throws it to me. Bro, and I'm there. I'm like, and it's intercepted by Reggie Hunt. Like right in front of Ricky Ray.
I like it. You little shit deserver.
Yeah, I know. I had to show it for my friend. And then I was like, afterward, like after we stopped playing catch or whatever, like I was like talking to my dad. I was like, why didn't he say hi to us? He was like, what? Like, why didn't he say hi to you? Like, what you think he's gonna fucking say hi to you? Like, let him in. He thought, yeah, because we genuinely thought he was gonna be like, hey guys, keep it up with the football.
Yeah.
Like
some inspiration.
Yeah. Like pat on the head, stick with it, kid. He's like, he doesn't want to talk to you guys. He's enjoying his day. Dude, my dad cut me up with that one though, being like, he doesn't want to talk to you. I was like, he doesn't.
That was
I was like, really?
Deep, huh?
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? We were playing football. He loves football. That was all I could think of. Shit. Okay. I guess we better wrap this one up. Finally, though, obviously we got to do a little game prediction for this one, score prediction. You have something in mind?
Yeah. What did I say prediction was earlier? I think I said 28-24.
Yeah, Edmonton. When we were doing the social videos.
Yeah,
I said
28-24 Edmonton.
I don't know what I said then. I'm going to switch it up, though. I'm going to say, this actually might be the same score. I'm going to say 29-16 Edmonton. 29-16.
Defense really shows up, huh?
Yeah, fuck, you're right. That's risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to roll with it. 29-16. Defense, I'm believing in you.
I'm going to go. Let's go. You know what? The offense has been good so far, so we're going to put up 34 and the defense still a little skeptical. Let's go 26.
That's probably the best, most realistic one so far. Yeah, I like that.
I'll just flip our game against them earlier in the season. I'll go Elks 31, Lions 14.
I fuck with that.
I like that.
It, that's
one
true.
Of us better be right.
That's true. Get back. That's true. Get back. All right. Any final notes, you guys? Or we good to wrap this one up?
Wrap it up.
Fuck yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Another edition of Elks 101 in the book. We're going to be doing ElksCentral. That one's going to be dropping Monday, recapping the Edmonton BC game. And then I think we are going to be doing an Elks 101 some point during the week. And then again, some point Sunday, we're going to recap the Elks Riders game. So thank you so much for this. We appreciate y'all.
On and on, baby. The train don't
keeps
stop.
Keeps rolling. Thank you for joining us. And we're out.